Hi Libra, welcome back and welcome to another reading. This will be your general read for January 2024 for those of you who have a Libra sun, moon, or rising. And if you don't have one of those placements, like we always say, stick around. There may be something here for you. I hope you're having a happy new year. If you'd like to support this channel, you may do so by liking the video, subscribing, or watching an ad or two when it comes up. I'm really grateful for you guys showing up as you do and for being here. And I hope this one is helpful to you. That's the energy that I'm putting out there. That's my approach and what I'm going for. So we're gonna get started here in a moment. I do hope to reach more of you. Even though I'm a firm believer that, with something such as, what would you call this, what we're doing? Insight, entertainment of, questions you have that are unanswered. But it's this desire for finding the deeper meaning. And really just wanting it all to make sense. The Tower and the Knight of Cups. I just put my hands on my hips, like instinctively. I don't know what that's about. So, looking, it's like a what do we have here? When building a network and connecting with people and creating that, it's your chosen family. And when working on those relationships and being as willing as you are and accepting as you are and non-judgmental as you are as well, which is really key here, you cast a wide net. And that's not to say that you are blind. Hold on. Not a good feeling. What I was saying was, it's not to say that you're blind when deciding who to trust or who to believe or who to keep or who is worth building with as who isn't a pit or a liability. So you get, you get the occasional fish hook in your thumb. There's that grab bag that we were talking about there. There's that, what am I going to find here kind of energy. Well, you find the truth. there are some who are worth the investment. There are. You know that song, Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey? There can be miracles when you believe. Somehow you will if you believe. Those ones who are worth the investment, they have this ability to stand the test of time. They're very durable, very reliable, also very consistent, but not stagnant, so don't interpret consistency that way. That consistency manifests in different ways. And it looks like in one of those ways in which it manifests itself is the talent to be selfless. And I do believe that that is a talent, but it is also something that, I think it can be taught, but isn't it better when, that's a part of character development that someone does on their own, like they come with that's a part of the package? Isn't it better? Not that you're above or teaching, it's just that that's not even the transition I was going for. So let me rewind. So it's not even that you're above teaching. It's just that you want it to be valued. You want it to be taken seriously. And you don't like repeating yourself as much as people think you do. Or maybe they don't necessarily think you do, but they just, they have no issues with putting you in that position. We'll look at these again. Hold on. Hi. So we're back to talk about your cards one more time. I've organized them in a way that makes sense to me, and I hope that this will be helpful to you in understanding the picture that I'm trying to paint. And we'll take it section by section and start up here with the 7 of Cups, the Tower card, and the World card. And this to me looks like the upheaval. I think that there are a lot of things that are catching you off guard that you don't expect, and it's not a fun thing to experience, to realize that you maybe chose incorrectly. But what you can't do is hold yourself accountable for the inability of someone else to produce or to perform or to make good on the commitments that they said that they would make good on. It's not your fault that you believe them. If you were misled, right, into thinking that they were someone who was worthy of your time, worthy of your investment, if you were led to believe that they were different than who you had once believed them to be, because they came back and, swore to you that they would never make the same mistakes again, and they ultimately disappointed you by doing exactly what they said they wouldn't do. Don't punish yourself for that. It's not your fault. There's nothing wrong with being receptive. There's nothing wrong with being willing. There's nothing wrong with being trusting and believing in someone's potential. Maybe even sometimes more than they believe in it themselves, right? Gotta keep the devices plugged in. I'm trying to be better about that because I hate living on the edge and having something die on me, especially my phone. So I'm trying to do all that I can to make sure that my battery levels stay charged, and I feel that in a similar way you do all that you can to make yourself available to the people who you care about, to the people who you want to see succeed, to the people who you invest in, who you carve out time for. I think that you make it known that you're willing to hear them out. You want to know when something isn't working. You want to know when something is going wrong. All you need to do is just communicate and just be honest and just be straightforward. And because you're walking in that energy, I think that you should absolutely go to sleep guilt-free and knowing that you did the best that you could. Next here we have the Seven of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Temperance card, and the Ten of Cups. This is really quite beautiful, and I think that it's the perfect thing to see after a myriad of disappointments, of things not I'm gonna have some water, of things not working out or going as planned, and you find some type of solace here. And what do you find that in? I think that what it comes down to is you feeling good about what you've contributed, and you feeling good about how you showed up through it all. I think that your track record is something that's very important to you. I think that you like when things line up, you like when things add up, especially when it comes to you and comes to your reputation and what people expect of you. So when that lining up is happening, you know, everything is kosher. Next here we have the Nine of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Wands, and the Hanged Man. There are many opportunities for you to stand up for people or to downright just make excuses for people in whatever situation or whatever type of context, because you feel that this is the right thing to do, or that you're doing it for the greater good, or that you're arguing the case that they would perhaps argue if they had the opportunity to voice their own opinion. So you find yourself putting yourself in, taking on that role and putting yourself in a position to be questioned, putting yourself in a position to be interrogated, because you feel that, you know, this is what someone else whom you care about might be experiencing, and you feel as though they're worth defending. It's very noble. It's very noble, and I'm not going to dig in that too much. I think that your reasons are your reasons, and I think that your reasons are justified probably more than anyone else's, right? Because it's so selfless, authentically, naturally. Now, there's a Cancer, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a Cancer, but I'm getting strongly that it's a water sign. And to be honest with you, if we're going to talk about signs, I really do think it is a Cancer. And I think that this person wants to have sex with you. There's no sugarcoating it. It's strictly business. This is what they want to do, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to get you to sign on. And I just, want to take this moment to issue a caution of sorts. I think that there are some decisions that you can make really quickly because you're thinking really fast. And there are some decisions that take you a bit more time to make and take you a bit more time to warm up to and be firm on, because the nature of that decision is so sensitive. You understand its you understand its gravity. You understand what all of it comes with. And I think that this is one of those decisions where there's quite a bit that comes with it. There's a lot that it says if you avail this opportunity, if you do this. There's a lot it says about you. There's a lot it says about what you want. There's a lot it says about what you're willing to entertain. There's a lot it says about the standards you have and the kind of behavior that you're willing to tolerate. And are you willing to enforce those opinions that you once had about these things that you knew weren't good for you for the sake of instant gratification or very quick pleasure? So what I really don't want to happen here is that you succumb to something that is so base and is so of the world that it's not a decision that you can forgive yourself for. It's not a decision that you can sleep with at night, and it's a decision that ends up doing more harm than good. That is what would truly break my heart, and I think that that's what would break your heart as well. Do not do that to yourself. Take your time to think about this and think this through, and think about what your actions really say about what you want. And if what your actions are saying is completely different than, what your words are conveying, then that's something that should really be looked at. I hope you found this helpful. Thank you for your patience. Please know that you're loved. Please know that you're appreciated. Please know that there are many people who think that you're not a dime a dozen. You're a very unique element in their lives, in terms of you just play a very important role. They look up to you. They respect you. I hope to see you in the next one.